Assalamualaikum. So today I will be presenting about the role of effective export and import management in global trade. So the company that I choose as a role model in this case study is Petronas Berhad. My name is FIRDAUS bin ZAIMIE and I'm from class IB30. Import-export management is the process of managing international trade activities from logistics, custom clearance, payments and risk management. So all of this is very important for global business expansion. So why it is important? Because it improves competitiveness of the business, supports global supply chains and increase companies' profitability. And then for today's, the main areas that will be discussed is about the trade regulations, the Incoterms, logistics and supply chains, financial considerations and risk management. In import and export, there are few trade regulations that need to be followed and the logistics supply chain. So first of all, the international trade regulations such as custom procedures, tariff and duties, all these can be managed by the company that follow all these rules such as free trade agreement, export and import license. All these documents are very important in doing import and export. So the transportation modes that available in supply chain and import export is first air freight and then sea freight, next is rail and then last is trucking. So for air freight, it is built for fast delivery item and very high value item. Next for the ocean freight or water freight, so sea freight, it meant for low cost and bulking goods that need to be carried from a country to another country. And then the rail or train, so this use long distance efficiency goods that need to be moved. And then next is trucking. So trucking is very flexible for local delivery, especially from port to houses of the recipient. In doing import and export activities, there are few financial considerations that need to be taken. First, the common payment methods, LOC, letter of credit. This is issued by the buyer, sent to the bank and bank pay to the seller. Next, advance payment. Buyer pay first to the seller before seller ship the items. After the seller get the payment, then the seller ship the goods to the buyer. And then next, open account. Basically, a lot of countries use open account in doing international trades. So all of these have financial risks. Firstly, the currency fluctuations, and then payment default or rising shipping costs. So all these can be prevented by using some financial tools such as hedging or forward and future contracts. All this can be done via certain agreement and contracts. So the real world example is Toyota experiencing export challenge because its own currency, Japanese yen, strengthened, so export cost is rising. So that is the real world example that faced by the Toyota. Doing import and export among countries, so there is a lot of risks that need to be mitigated. So here the risk management is very important. The few major risks in international trade and import-export is political instability, supply chain disruptions, financial risk, and legal compliance risks. So how to mitigate this? There are few strategies. Firstly, by applying insurance, buying insurance, cargo insurance. So if there's anything happen, the insurance party can pay to the buyer or seller. And then next, supplier diversification. It means find multiple source of supplier, not only rely to single supplier or mono supplier. And then next is doing legal contracts. And then lastly, digital tracking systems. So the real world example that we can see from this is in 2021, the Suez Canal blockage. The Ever Given ship has blocked the Suez Canal, where within only 6 days there is billions losses that need to be covered by the company that shipped this ship, Ever Given. So it needs to cover all the losses that bear by the ship that been blocked. All the ship that want to go through the Suez Canal being blocked. So all this has rising the inventory cost, the shipping cost, fuel cost. So all this led to billions of losses within only 6 days. So if the risk been mitigated earlier, these losses can be prevented. So risk management is very important in international trade. Petronas Berhad is a good company that can be as an example that have few key strengths in doing export and import. They have strong LNG export network. They export into Japan, China, and other few countries supplying LNG. And then Petronas also have efficient international logistics systems and effective financial and risk management. So all this has made Petronas can get many benefits, such as maintaining the competitiveness in global market, and Petronas can expand operations across many international markets such as South Sudan, Brazil, and many other countries in Middle East. So all this has made Petronas a great company today. In conclusion, for a business that want to achieve a greater success or be one of the great company, they need to always do a lot of risk mitigation, always prepare for the worst case scenario, always plan mitigation plan, strong planning, always follow the trade regulations, logistics, finance, risk management, and all this is very important for their global success. My recommendation to company or business that want to achieve in export and import, they need to invest in technology and advanced systems. They need to stay up to date to the latest update about trade regulations, supply chain technology, the compliance, and all the new laws that are made by the countries. And then lastly, they need to strengthen the supply chain resilience and improve their risk management strategies. So if they do all this, they can achieve great success and be one of the noticeable company that great in import and export around the world. So that's all from me. Thank you so much for listening. Assalamualaikum.